Welcome back, everybody. Today we're going to learn how to paint orange. I'm sure I've said it in the past, but a great way to learn miniature painting and understand how the paints work is to paint colors that you're terrible at painting or have never painted before. And I don't know about you, but personally, I don't paint a whole lot of orange. So I'm going to take my own advice and say, hey, let me try painting orange, and I'm going to figure out how to do it right here, right now. This isn't something that I've practiced at and said, hey, I think this will work. This is just on the fly, turned on the camera, and see what happens. So to begin with, we have to remember that orange, much like its cousins red and yellow, is a notoriously transparent color. So we need to start off with an undercoat to cover up our black primer. And for that, I decided to go with Cavalry Brown. We could have gone with a much more intense red and ended up with a brighter looking orange, but I do prefer a bit more of a burnt umber look, and also I know that the Cavalry Brown is red but also covers in one coat, so we're already speeding things up right out of the gate. Now the base coat I'm going to use for this is the one and only regular orange color I own, which is orange red. And you thought I owned every single color in the world. Aha! On the rare occasions I do need to paint orange, I just mix it up using some shade of red and some shade of yellow and just see what happens. In this case, I tried to make it a little bit more simple for you. We're going with the orange red, and here we are doing our currently one and only shade layer, which is a 50-50 mix of our Cavalry Brown and orange red. Reminder, the Cavalry Brown is an undercoat. It is not a shade layer. It's there just to make this coat go on smoother, so this coat doesn't have to go over a black primer. So we're going to cover up 99.9% of that Cavalry Brown right here. So then comes our base coat, the orange red. And just want to point out, if you notice, I'm using a pointed filbert brush to do this. We have a fairly flat surface area we're painting here, meaning there's no billowing folds or sharp folds or deep folds or anything like that. Fairly flat surface area. So we want a flat brush. So not only can we speed up the painting, but we are literally using less brush strokes as we paint. So the paint is going to go on smoother, we hope. And as always, even though these colors we're using are transparent by nature, we still want to thin them down, slowly build up the colors. Probably did about 3 or 4 coats of this thinned orange red before we getting to the highlight stage. Now for the highlighting, I am adding white, very small amounts of white, to our orange red. And you may be asking, why aren't you adding yellow? I heard you're supposed to add yellow to orange to highlight it. You can add yellow to orange to highlight it. It's right there in the color spectrum. You can move up to yellow. Perfectly acceptable way of painting orange. The only issue with that is if you add yellow to orange to highlight it, well then it starts to turn yellow. In this case, that's not what I wanted. I wanted to keep our figure orange. So by adding teeny tiny amounts of white, not so much as to wash out our orange, by adding the white, I'm just getting a lighter shade of orange. Second layer of highlights, again, a little bit more white added. You don't need to have to add a whole lot, literally less than a drop. And again, keeping our paint thin, slowly building up the color. Look at that palette there. You can see the color of the palette through our thinned paint. That's how thin it is. Slowly build up the color. You get those buttery smooth highlights by building up layer upon layer, 3 or 4 coats at least. Third and final highlight, more white added. See, isn't this simple? And if you're thinking 3 or 4 coats, oh my god, I ain't got time for that. Well, don't worry, because things do speed up as you get towards the end. That first base coat, that first highlight, that could have taken maybe 5, no more than 10 minutes, let's say 8 minutes. By the time we get to this layer, we are painting such a small area. This is almost literally how long it took to finish this final layer. Probably no more than 2 minutes, and it is done. So things speed up because you're painting smaller and smaller areas. One last thing to do, going back to our shade layer. Remember, I only did 1 shade, and that was with Cavalry Brown mixed with our orange red. And that worked fine, but it's a little bit, there's some brown in the Cavalry Brown and not just pure red. And I wanted just a touch more of a brighter red in our shadows. So glazing on a mix of orange red with a little bit of scarlet blood in it, which is like a more red version of orange red. So just a little bit more oomph of color, and it also helps to make our orange just a little bit more intense by adding more of that pure red. And boom, we are done. Look, we have just mastered painting orange. 1 shade of orange, could be lighter or more burnt and darker or redder or blue. Look, let's just be proud of what we learned so far, okay? And this literally was me just thinking off the top of my head, how can I paint orange? What colors would work well with orange? So this literally was on the fly. I never used this color combination before, and it worked pretty well. I'm quite happy with the orange. Doesn't look like a prison uniform. Not too bright. Could be a little bit more burnt if we wanted to go that direction. But yeah, I think I nailed it. High five me. So there you go. Like I said in the beginning, don't be afraid to try to paint colors that you're not good at painting or don't know how to paint them, especially if you have to mix the colors, because mastering these things really helps you to understand miniature painting, but also how colors react with one another when they're layered on top of each other or mixed together. So give it a shot. Hope you enjoyed. Thanks for watching. See you next time. Bye-bye.
When we return to our planet, the High Court may well sentence you to torture.